This is the Crimson Kiss.
Moments are treasures, searching forever in an ocean filled with mysteries. I can be better with love as my shelter. Our hearts writing history. They won't let us rest. They won't let us rise. I hear them calling, but I'm lost in the mist, drowning in your crimson kiss.
Think, Karen. What are you missing?
Karen!
What is it? I'm working on a lead.
Dan Brady never got on the plane to Cabo.
What?
Yeah, we had Mexican field agents at the airport watching. The plane didn't arrive, so we checked with Burbank Airport, and the plane never left.
You're sure?
Positive.
Where is he now?
He's at Shutters in Santa Monica.
Let's go.
Do you want to let Director Trippett know?
No. I want to talk to him first. How did you find him?
Well, you have your gut. I have my resources.
I want a man posted outside this door at all times.
Yes, sir.
Sadia, or do you prefer me to address you as mayor?
Dan, stop it. When are you coming home?
I don't know. I've got a lot going on. It's better if I stay away.
Where are you?
It's better if you don't know that.
When is it better for a wife not to know where her husband is?
Don't do this right now, Sadia. I need you to give me some space.
That's all we've had in the last few years.
I can't do this right now.
Where are you? I demand to know. I am worried sick.
I'm at Shutters. They set me up in their private wing. Don't tell anyone, not Amber, no one.
Okay. Can I help?
No, it's something I have to figure out on my own.
Just remember, we are in this together.
I'll call you when I can.
I've been studying Joseph Carrington's journal.
Anything interesting?
You can't even begin to imagine.
Like what?
Everything. He detailed each and every dealing with the Crimson Circle. Apparently, the circle is broken down into smaller local circles, so no one knows the identity of everyone involved. Every circle has a head, called the bishop. The bishop is the only point of contact between the other circles.
Almost like a terrorist cell.
Yes. When the public group disbanded, they formed these self-contained circles.
That explains why there were never more than a handful of public members.
Right. And most of those were in Washington, likely part of the same circle. These other circles are all over the world, and he lists the bishops in these other circles by name and tier. Apparently, a bishop can only serve for 20 years, and then someone else has to be promoted.
Someone from inside their own circle?
From Nixon to Trump. Not only did they promote the next bishop, the promotion came with an extraordinary amount of power.
Like the White House?
Or in Joseph Carrington's case, a seat on the Federal Oil and Gasoline Commission.
Carrington is the third largest importer of oil in the United States. Someone actually gave him power over the Trade Commission?
Not someone. The circle. Their connections are so deep, my head started to spin.
But aren't we missing the point?
None of these things are crimes?
Right. You know, a powerful international clique secretly influencing the world is the oldest political cliche there is. It's slimy, but it's not criminal.
Except when it is. The journal also talked about sacrifice of pure blood,
Wait, sacrifice of what?
According to the journal, it is drunk from a human skull.
What?
And it gets worse. The pure blood is taken from a woman that is pillaged by the power of the circle.
God. Sounds like an orgy.
Or a gang rape. And I quote, the bishop being the first to open the light of the womb.
That's crazy, but it still doesn't prove anything. You know, we need the testimonial video of an assault or a murder or something like that.
Or we get the person who already has all the proof we need.
And who would that be?
Justine.
The person we suspect is killing these men?
Yes, that's right.
Now, I'm sorry you lost me now.
What would drive a woman to kill?
Insanity?
Revenge. Defense.
I still don't make the connection.
What if this Justine was avenging one of these women who was used in this ritual?
Well, that's a stretch.
Only if you don't follow the pieces.
Show me.
Each of the men who have been murdered had their faces cut off and stitched back on upside down. A message.
Okay, saying what?
In biblical times, the upside down cross symbolized humility, or the cross of Peter. The story goes that when Peter was facing martyrdom by crucifixion, he asked to be crucified upside down, citing an unworthiness to be crucified in the same manner as Christ.
Wow.
In more recent times, the upside down cross represented demonic activity or atheism.
Yeah, but what does an upside down cross have to do with an upside down face?
The stitching.
So what does it mean?
They used a cross stitching to sew the face back on upside down. I think they're trying to tell us that these men are weakened and that their intentions are inverted.
Okay.
Think about it. All of these men were positively viewed by society. They all come across as upstanding men of honor and power. What if someone wants us to really see them as they are?
Well, who are they?
For instance, John, the owner of the Knicks. Do you know how he made his money?
He inherited it.
From his father, who made it funding diamond mines in Africa. John secretly still funds slave labor in 5 different countries. His father, Arthur Dolan, was a bishop in the circle. John was set up to be ordained 3 days before he died, according to Carrington's journal.
And what about Carrington?
The end of his 20-year term was 3 days before he died. His successor?
Dan Brady.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Whoever is killing them is trying to break the line of succession. The current bishop and the next.
Well, how would they get this information?
I don't know. But at least now we know that Dan Brady is definitely the next target.
Yes, please send up the poached salmon and arugula salad. No, just some Filico water. Thank you. What are you doing here?
Take him to the car and make sure you're not seen. I'll meet you there in 30 minutes.
I'm Supervisory Special Agent Jordan, and this is Special Agent Thomas.
Welcome to Shutters on the Beach. How can I help you?
I'm looking for a guest by the name of Daniel Brady.
Do you know about when he checked in?
No.
I'm not finding him.
Can you check again, please?
I'm sorry, I don't have him registered.
He'd be registered in your private wing?
I'm sorry.
Look, we don't have time. A man's life is at stake. Give me your master key.
Sir?
Give it to me.
Here.
Let's go.
You know where it is?
Yeah, there's this corridor behind the restaurant with a private elevator that leads up to the top level.
That's the room down at the end of the hall.
There's no security.
You got me?
Yep, on your 6. Look, it's Justine!
Freeze!
Come hit!
Are you okay? Shoot him back in the room.
Go! She got me in the vest. There's stairs on the back side of the room. I'll call for backup.
Justine? I know you didn't leave. That wouldn't be like you. You're tired of running away. You're ready for everyone to know why you did the things you did. Hello?
You're fighting for the wrong side.
Which side is that?
The wrong one.
What's your name? Your real name?
Names are just labels. What a person is so much more than their name.
And what are you?
I'm a revealer.
A revealer of what?
All things. But mostly truth.
Truth is a concept born of belief.
No, truth that which cannot be changed, denied, or overcome.
Why kill these men?
How disappointing. That's the question you want to ask? You're not what I thought you were. Goodbye.
No, wait! Don't hang up. What were these men hiding that needed to be revealed?
Now that's a question worth asking. The truth is always hidden in the darkness, lying dormant, waiting for the light. Love is the light. And when it is perverted, inverted, it becomes malcontent, a malicious perversion of itself, and it must be cleansed.
And how do you cleanse it?
By the reversing of what was done to pervert it, of course.
I'm intrigued. Can we speak about this in person?
I think it's time we meet. I'll text an address to this phone. Come alone.
Hello? Hello?
Did you get her?
No. She was gone when I got in there. Are you okay?
Yeah, it burns, but I'll be fine. Backup is coming. I have them building a perimeter.
Something tells me she's long gone by now.
Who were you talking to on the phone?
I was calling it in.
I called it in.
I know. I just wanted to fast track it.
Is there something you want to tell me?
Yes, there is.
What is it?
Your willful disregard for protocol when we approached the subject was unacceptable.
What do you mean?
You shot at her without warning.
No, I saw her gun. She was shooting at it.
No, we saw her. You shot your gun.
But I...
This is not the time. Can you wait here for backup?
Where are you going?
I have a lead to follow up on.
Yeah, I'll be fine.
Good. I'll be in touch.
Time to wake up.
What? Where am I?
Someplace quiet.
My security.
They're here, watching and making sure we are undisturbed.
You were a setup?
No, dear. I was never a setup. I'm the revealer. Your sins have risen to destroy you.
Sins? We all have sins.
Yes, but your torture and enslavement of innocence is beyond what any
I didn't torture anyone.
lies.
Untie me!
I don't think so. I like you tied up. Weren't you ever curious as to how it felt?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You and your circle bleed out innocent women on your altar and drank their blood. Silence? Let me fill in the blanks. You and your circle, born of past tyrants and murderers, once a year tie up a virgin in a pirate cave in San Lucas. 10 men, your circle, raped and then cut them open and drank their blood and then tossed their body into the ocean. Their families received a nice payout for giving up their daughters.
You don't know what you're talking about.
And then the women like me, the 3. Every single one of you had at least 3. Your right as part of the circle. 3 women outside of your wives. Women you treated like prostitutes.
What did you think you were? You had sex for money.
Not just yours, I slept with a few. A few in your circle. It's amazing how you let your guard down for a beautiful woman. How we can open you up when you think you're opening us up.
We?
Yes. Me and my sisters. See, we have our own circle, if you will, ruling from the bedroom and the boardroom. Our influence reaches all over the world. That's the problem with men. They think so unilaterally. Women, because of our emotion, think more outside the box. I thought this would just be more satisfying, watching you bleed out.
I'm going to kill you.
Hello.
Hey, I'm just checking on you.
Babe, I'm in the thick of it.
I know. I felt you.
It's heavy.
Just know whatever you're dealing with, you'll get through it. And I'm here for you.
I know. God, I love you.
I love you always.
I believe there's only one way to deal with a bully: retribution. Talking never gets it done, just goes in one ear and out the other. They won't leave you alone until you put your foot on their throats.
Why are you doing this? What does this have to do with you?
Oh, you haven't figured it out yet?
No, just tell me.
I think it's better this way. Let your last thoughts be of the 1,000 wicked deeds you've done in your life and trying to figure out which one came back to end you.
Please don't do this.
Don't beg. Be a man. You don't deserve mercy, and I will show none.
Killing me will get you hunted for the rest of your life.
They won't have to hunt me.
You tell her she'll never get away with this.
Step away, Justine.
Ah, just in time. I see you got my message. Thank you for coming alone.
Put the knife down and step away.
I can't do that. Too often men like this, men like him, are hidden beneath the shadows of deception, lies, and power.
This is not the way.
Of course it is. There is no other way. Isaac Newton, ironically a bishop in the Crimson Circle, said it best. The net force on an object is equal to the mass of the object multiplied by the acceleration of the object. I had to be bigger. I had to be stronger and more ferocious and more powerful than them. I am not afraid of sacrifice. I am willing to die.
You don't have to die. I know why you're doing this.
You know nothing.
Your sister, Caroline Rutger.
Don't you ever speak her name.
She was killed last year. Body washed up on Lover's Beach in Cabo, right? They did it. The Circle sacrificed her and your name. You are Caitlin Rutger, right?
It looks like I underestimated you. How'd you figure it out?
I knew there was an undercurrent about the Circle killing young women. So I looked for deaths of young women in Cabo. Then I looked for relatives of those women, and when I saw your picture, it matched the description that Adam Cantor gave us.
They'll never let us be free. They want to own and control this entire world.
But you don't have to do this. We can expose all of them and make them pay for what they've done.
You don't think that's been tried? How many times have wicked men been tried and let free because wicked men had the power to keep them free? Who judges the judges? Society is drawn to power, to prejudice, to celebrity. We will never have justice unless we extract it ourselves.
This is not the way. We lose every time we give in to our worst desires. Be better than him. Better than all of them.
I am better. And all... I told you, they will never let us be free.
Justine? 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 I wondered how long it would take you to get here.
Sorry I ended up like this, Karen. I like you, I really do.
But you have to kill me, right?
You're too smart for your own good. All those connections you made. I have to give it to you, though. Every time I tried to get you off track, you found your way back to us.
You're part of the circle?
Not officially, but when they call upon you, you answer the call. See, I don't come from wealth or power. It's the only way someone like me gets in.
And you want it bad enough to kill me in cold blood?
Blood has to be shed for righteousness. It's the only way. Do you know your Bible?
Do you know yours?
David and Goliath, the Roman Catholic Church, Constantine, the Templars, all shed blood for righteousness' sake. Don't be naive.
You're right. Men have always manipulated God and righteousness for their own glory and power. I don't want to have to kill you, Thomas.
Kill me. Do you know how many times I could have killed you over the last week? How many times my finger was on that trigger?
Yes, I do. 3. But I knew you wouldn't do it.
Oh, really? And why is that?
2 reasons, really. First, you fear me.
Do I? I work for the most powerful men in the world. We own this entire planet. You couldn't...
Second, men like you always underestimate women like me.
What a mess.
I agree.
Why didn't you call for backup when you got here?
She told me I had to come alone.
Still, you know what protocol is.
I didn't want to risk it.
And Thomas?
He was dirty. Part of this Crimson Circle.
The Circle? That's fiction.
Whether it's fiction or not, every dead person in this room believed it was real.
If Thomas was dirty, then why did he use his resources to help you find Brady?
He was trying to protect Brady.
To what end?
That was what his cost was to join.
This shadowy force that hired Thomas to infiltrate us. Do we know who he is?
No. But I'm working on it.
And there was no way to save Brady?
No.
And no way to restrain Thomas so we can question him, huh?
Not if I wanted to live.
Yeah, I see.
Is there anything else, sir?
I want your report on my desk by morning, with no detailed refrain.
Yes, sir. Sir?
Yes.
When you partnered me up with Thomas, you said he had some special talents that would serve me well.
Yes.
What were those talents?
Well, he's dead now. What does it matter? Get that report on my desk by morning.
Supervisory Special Agent Jordan, what can I do for you?
I first would like to offer my condolences regarding your husband.
Thank you for that.
I'm surprised you're working today.
Work doesn't wait, or take grief leave.
I understand.
You said this was about Caitlin Rutger.
Yes. Do you know her?
Why would I know her?
I did some digging, and it looks like she was on the swim team at Yale with you.
I don't recall.
There were only 10 people on the swim team.
Yes, well, I only swam for a year, and then my studies took over all my spare time.
Or maybe you know her as Justine?
No, never heard of her.
Okay. She mentioned she had sisters that were fighting this fight against the Circle. And I thought perhaps since you knew so much about the Circle, you'd know who this opposing group was. What they're called, their leaders.
I do not. But I'm not surprised. I think there's always been opposition towards men who wield power without conscience.
I see.
Is that all?
There's one more thing.
Yes.
Dan, your husband, told Justine to, and I quote, tell her she'll never get away with this. Any idea who the her is that he was talking about?
No. Why would I know?
Well, it was your husband. I thought, who better to ask than his wife?
I'm sorry, I just can't help you.
I see. Well, thank you so much for your time.
It is a shame, though, that another woman had to die, isn't it?
Yes. Tragic.
Makes you wonder if you're fighting on the right side, doesn't it?
I...
Good day.
Good day, Mayor.
Season 1 of The Crimson Kiss will debut every Thursday. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss an episode. Thank you for listening.